welcome everyone. It's awesome to see such a huge crowd here right before Christmas. And I mean, this is probably our favorite Startup Day edition. We call it Meet the Community. This is the third time we do it. And it's nice because we get to present the people that are facilitating this ecosystem. So we talk about the ecosystem all the time. What we really mean is the central nervous system, that is the incubators, the accelerators, and the co-working spaces with communities, essentially the people that are developing and facilitating for the startups. Those are the superheroes of the ecosystem, in our opinion. And so we're really proud to see so many come here to listen to what they have to say. And I mean, we noticed that a couple of years ago when we did the first edition that we do startup days every now and then. But there was a gap in our offering, and it turns out people just wanted to have the big picture of what was going on, to understand who the ecosystem really is, and to build more connections in between. And we noticed that a lot of the people that were running accelerators and incubators didn't really know everyone else who did the same. That's a good opportunity to connect, and a good opportunity to present more networking in between the people that are helping startups. So that's our purpose with Startup Days. We facilitate knowledge sharing, networking, and for this one, it's really about the people that are supporting the startups themselves. As this is an Oslo Business Region event, I'm sure you know that we have a code of conduct. It's really super easy. You have to be nice, and that's it. So that means act nice. Don't steal anyone's business idea or hashtag. Don't do anything that's out of the ordinary. I want you to have a good time here. The program is a bunch of pitches from these startup hubs. You'll hear 2-minute offerings from them. And after that, I hope you take the time to go and speak to everyone. Speak to someone you haven't met before. Make some connections and make 2020 even more valuable for you and for the ecosystem. It's growing, and it's thanks to you. So with that, I am super happy to welcome our first pitch to the stage. Please give a warm applause to Mette and Cher.
The support system for startups in Norway is better than ever. As we see here today, we have great accelerators, incubators, angel investors, communities, events, conferences, and spaces that are every day working to support brave entrepreneurs year in and year out. But what happens when a Norwegian startup grows into an established company? When it starts to scale globally? When it swells out of its startup community and come into the next phase? That is where Share comes in. We believe that in order to create more and bigger success stories, we need to start building a society that fosters growth. We need a scale-up scene, one with capital, know-how, and programs that support these companies in the critical growth stage. We also need physical places to gather these teams so that they can meet, connect, and share experiences. On August 28th, we opened Share Oslo with one mission in mind: to create a home for rapidly growing tech companies aiming for international success. We are honored to have some great companies call Share Oslo their home today, like Ardok, Kron, Whereby, to name a few, and we are excited to welcome more teams and individuals in the coming year. Thank you so much for your time. Come see me at the expo to share your story. And please welcome Jo de Sohal from Startup Campus to the stage.
guys. My name is Yoti and I'm the Community Manager at Startup Campus, so welcome. Thank you to Oslo Business Region for having us. Spanning the entire 7th floor with 2,300 square meters, we moved from Oslo House Innovation to something called Startup Campus. Centrally located in Oslo, our space is fast becoming the world of entrepreneurs and knowledge. Our venue includes an open plan event space which caters for 140 people. We have about 60 members today with a huge plan and 2 rooftop terraces, making it a perfect venue to host your next event. With seats for more than 250 entrepreneurs, open areas, collaborative meeting rooms, we provide a range of memberships at reasonable prices. So this is our power team, and unfortunately you can see the picture, but sorry. So as an early Christmas gift, we have a special offer. So because we moved in May, we offer you a 50% discount if you sign up in December and you sign up for January 2020. Thank you. Now we'd like to welcome Evan from our sister company, Angel Challenge.
Hello. So, my name is Eric. I'm a program manager at the Angel Challenge. This is my colleague Evan. He's a startup manager. We work together with Yoti in something called Startup Norway. So, yes, we have 3 sister companies, and we are Angel Challenge. Also, you're going to hear it later today from Bjorn, which is from Startup Extreme. So, what is Angel Challenge?
Alright, so we do have some programs for startups. We have fundraising for startups, which we start in January in collaboration with Innovation Norway. This is a learning by doing methodic. We do workshops in due diligence, IP, fundraising plan, financial plan, and so on. You also meet real investors, and this is for the startups. So if you want to hear more, come visit me in the stands.
In addition to that, we have investor programs. This is our core element and what we are probably most known for. Since 2015, we run the Angel Challenge, which is an investor learning and networking arena for new and experienced investors. And the main value, it is the balance that we actually are able to provide with experienced investors and new investors. So if you are curious to talk more on that and how you can join that one that we are now launching in the upcoming spring, let us know and come talk to us afterwards. And now I would like to welcome up to the stage Sophia from SoCentral.
Hello, I'm Sophie from SoCentral. I just want to have a quick show of hands at first. How many here think that our planet is facing serious challenges? Great, we agree then. And how many here think that we can solve them completely alone? Alright, I agree, and you can now all become members of SoCentral. We have to find new solutions, and we have to find them across sectors. In SoCentral, we don't create solutions, but we find new solutions in collaboration. We do this through experiments, where we go out and test concrete solutions to concrete challenges. For instance, in Grünerløkka, where we are testing out new solutions in an empty garage to benefit residents, the locals, and the planet. At Bollebekk-fabrikker, which some of you might have heard of, which is an old factory that is going to be demolished, that we in the meantime are filled with social entrepreneurs who are testing out new solutions to make our city greener. We also run the Nordic Incubator for Social Innovation at Centralen, where 240 people are all trying to find new solutions to our world's most pressing challenges. In our incubator, you get advising, you get workshops and connections, but the biggest resource you get are the people who are there and what they can bring to the table. We can't take a passive seat to our world's challenges. We have to work together to create solutions and change. And it's urgent. So I really hope that you will all join us in doing this. I have a stand right over there, and I hope to speak to as many of you as possible today. Thank you. And then please welcome Epicenter to the stage.
I'm going to start with Hathaway. What is growth? Is it employees? Is it financing? No, more. Yes, it is. Way more. So, on that, I have to start off with that. So what is growth? It's employees, revenue, marketing, production, skills, all of this we need a platform for. Epicenter is innovation with impact. We're a digital innovation house. We've officially launched this year, which is awesome, a great party. I think some of you came to that, which is cool. But we're here for a reason. Why? Because of growth. And that's what I want. Growth is what we all want. You want to get larger, you want to make more important decisions, you want more value. Well, that's what we're here to do. So, innovation comes down to a few things. It contributes to economic growth, and we're here to help you. We are this platform. My name is Carl Smith. I am the community manager here at Epicenter, or not here, but at Epicenter. And we're here to do this with you. So, how it breaks down and how does it look for us? Let me show you this. We've got three components of what we are. We are the network, the community, and the community is you guys. We work with people from our community, like Arkwright, X, Factory, Startup Labs. We work with all of you in here to help you get to the next phase. We're a space, yes, there's co-working space out there, but we're not here to cannibalize each other. We're here to promote you. And lastly, we're the knowledge, that competence that we all have, that we can bring to the table. That's what we do for you. So we're here to get you to the next phase. But I want to say one thing that we are not. We are not an incubator. We are not an investor. Instead, we have them part of our house. Like Antler are part of us already. We focus on fast-growing scale-up companies and corporates that want to digitize. So like the space makers that are out there, or space takers, as we know them as. Or Antler as well, as I just said, or even Coop, or Rema 1000's they're part of what we want. They want to take it to the next level. So let's do it with them. Here's a list up here of our 500 companies that we have across the board. We said Oslo Business Region earlier on. You want to go to the next level. You want to come and make it Nordic? Come to us. Let's do it together. We're still part of the community. Let's make the community a bigger ecosystem than can ever be done before. So, let's not compete with each other, but let's work with each other. We are obviously the next step for any incubator startup. Come to us. So if you are a fast-growing company that is a scale-up, or a corporate that wants to digitize, including Oslo Business Region, you want to come to us too? I have one question for you, and that's my last one here. How can we help you grow? That's my question. Come, let's talk. We're going to be down there. Myself and me will be down to talk to you all. Next up, I want to welcome on stage Jens from Bitraf. Thank you very much.
Hi. Bitraf is kind of the odd one out in this collection of startup spaces. Of course, we're not focused on startups at all. What we are is a hackerspace and a makerspace, which means we're a shared workshop for doing physical thing and codes and stuff. So we have a great space at UngtEntreprenørskap, downtown Oslo. And we have a very active community of about 290 members, out of which about 70% of them join or drop by every month. We have lots of workshops. Everything is organized by the members, for the members. We have no employees, and we've been doing this for quite a few years. And we have lots of cool tools. So if you are a startup and want to make physical stuff, or need people to help you with code, we're a great place to drop by. Especially if you're bootstrapping. We kind of have office spaces in that we offer a membership that also includes a desk. But it's very much not a clean desk thing. At Bitraf you'll find things quite messy actually. And you'll find people doing weird things all over. And we have so many cool machines that will help you produce your prototypes and get your stuff to the level where you can take it to all these other guys and show them your amazing prototype, which you can then get funding for. Especially when it comes to electronics, we have a full lab for doing everything from small prototypes to small runs of circuit boards. We have lots of people that have skills making medical tools. Industrial prototypes, everything pretty much. And they all make the prototypes at Bitrough, and then they can take them on to make them produced other places when they need larger numbers. We're complete downtown Oslo. It's a perfect place if you want to make prototypes and small run products. We have a full workshop, and if you know somebody that should be in need of a place to make prototypes, tell them about us, because we don't have any marketing. We're 100% driven by the members. No public funding or anything. So thanks. I welcome Raya from the factory.
Hi, my name is Raya. I'm head of FinTech at the factory. The factory is a FinTech and PropTech accelerator and incubator. At the factory, we believe that anyone with a great idea should be able to turn it into a profitable, sustainable, and scalable business. This is why, all year round, we host several accelerator programs, workshops, and events where we bring together a healthy ecosystem around startups and entrepreneurs, meaning students, advisors, mentors, and corporates. We also invest in early stage companies, and we invest in up to 500,000 NOK, and here are some of the fintech and proptech companies we have invested in. For the hard work we've been doing the last few years, especially in 2019, we have actually, oh, I'm sorry, I have the wrong slide here. So yes, these are some of the corporate bridges we have created the last few years, and our focus is really into creating strong relationships, healthy relationships between startups and corporates to help them grow together, and startups find their first pilot customers or first clients. So for the hard work we've been doing, we have been awarded this year as Best Accelerator in Norway, but also in the Nordics. Woo! And this would not have been possible without our ecosystem of mentors, advisors, investors, Oslo Business Region, Nordea, who's in the room, KPMG, Every, and thank you everyone so much for your support and sharing this journey to empower entrepreneurs. So if you're interested in fintech and proptech as an investor or as a startup, please reach out to me, come to me, talk to me, we are here. The next speaker is Sophia Linda from Oslo Cancer Cluster.
Hello everyone, I'm Sophia and I work for the Oslo Cancer Cluster Incubator. We are based right here in Oslo in the Montebello area, right next to Norway's largest cancer hospital. And this is where we make cancer innovation happen. How do we do this? Well, we help Norwegian small biotechs develop their research ideas into products and treatments that they can bring to market and that ultimately benefit cancer patients and save lives. On our premises, we have both private laboratories and a shared lab with state-of-the-art equipment that our members use to develop their research. We also offer business development advice and mentorship services, such as help to write funding applications or set up meetings with investors. And our members are also part of a global community which covers the entire oncology value chain. So everything from big multinational pharmaceutical companies to research institutions, university hospitals, and patient organizations are all part of our big cluster. And we also work politically to try to make the framework conditions better for health startups in Norway. And to attract more clinical trials to our country. Thank you very much for your attention, and let me introduce our next speaker to you, Endre Harnes from Ocean Opportunity Lab. Welcome to the stage.
Hello. So, I am Endre, and I'm co-captain of the Ocean Opportunity Lab, or TOOL as we call it. There she is. She's a boat. And it's the world's first floating entrepreneur lab. We shall function as a complementary resource, shared resource for the land-based startup ecosystem. And we will facilitate an open innovation and co-creation arena for today's and tomorrow's entrepreneurs and the ecosystem, in combination with a drop-in space for our partners. We try to build bridges between the ocean industries and the startup community, connecting with culture, sports, and creatives in order to fuel outside-the-box thinking. At TOOL, we want you to come in and test your proof of concept for sustainable ocean solutions and connect to actors in other cities across Norway as well as internationally. TOOL aims to attract and interest attention from a local and global society. A shared resource in Oslo, while inspiring other ocean cities worldwide to co-create the world's best ecosystem for ocean entrepreneurs. A series of lighthouses, you could say, for a seagrass root movement, working to realize new opportunities across ocean, sustainability, and tech. So TOOL is the starting point of what we're naming the Creative Ocean Cities Alliance. And these are some of the cities that we are currently in dialogue with setting up TOOL franchises in. We have tons of partners across several cities and countries, and since we started not more than 3 months ago, we are already more than 80 partners strong. And we are currently developing concepts with the partners, and will be an arena for many exciting activities at sea and by the quay, together with, for example, Bergen and Simula Ocean Clusters, Startup Extreme, She Community, Entrepreneurship One, Arendal Suka, Passion for Ocean, and Waterfest Oslo. So TOOL is an arena with the ambition to empower the generation cleanup, the ones who are going to be taking over after us and fixing the mess we made. And we wish to contribute by offering a new element into the Oslo community, open to all. So welcome aboard. And next I would like to introduce Freya from Gründergarasjen.
Thank you.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm very happy to be here today, as I just recently got rid of a sickness, so that's great. My name is, yes, thumbs up. My name is Freya. I work with Gründergarasjen, or in English, the Simula Garage as it's called. Let's see, forgot to switch the slides here. There we go. So Gründergarasjen is a startup incubator for early stage tech startups. We offer the typical services and support like mentoring, network, community, and so forth. But however, what makes us unique is not just that we offer 12 months working space for free, but we also have a close connection with research, technology experts, and at the same time have a high focus on sales. We have had 175 startups supported since 2013. We are currently consist of 37 startups, and we have also got a close connection to Simula's investment company, where 1/3 of their investments are from the garage. Our companies, our startups, they tend to do well. Here highlighting some of our alumni, not least Unlock, who has been a lot in the news lately. That's weird. There's some slides missing here. Oh well, we'll have to continue without slides then. I did send them all, so... but no worries, no worries. I was going to show you some of our current members. They range from cybersecurity, fintech to sports and fashion industry. And we currently have 2 locations, one at Simula at Fornebu and one downtown at Oslo Met. And the Gründergarasjen may not be the most visible of incubators, and we're definitely not the one that hosts the most parties. However, we are very proud to have a community with kick-ass founders and an ever-growing connection and synergies between research, technology, and commercialization. So if you're interested in like you're obsessive about sales and in doing what matters, and you're looking for a place to work to get started in your early stage of your project, then come talk to me on stand here afterwards. I also have some companies from the garage present today and would be happy to enlighten you some more. Thank you. I would like to give the word to Henrik from Startup Lab now.
Hello, thank you so much. I'm Henrik from Startup Lab. First of all, I just want to say it's great to see that all these communities are really growing, and I'm just super impressed. I'll be really brief. Startup Lab, it's a space up at Blindern, Forskningsparken. As an incubator, we got all the stuff that you would expect, all the sweet deals from the major platforms, from Amazon to whatnot, and access to free lawyers and accountants and all that stuff that you would expect. A brand new nice makerspace and so on. We just opened an office in Bergen, so you can swap between the offices if you'd like. Besides that, it's not really that special. The coffee is about average, but the Wi-Fi is really, really fast. There are a couple of reasons. Okay, so that's a new version of that slide. Anyway, there's 3 reasons why we believe Startup Lab is the best home for the most ambitious tech startups in Norway. One of them is it does increase your likelihood of raising capital. We are the second most active early phase investor in Norway, only beaten by the state. And of course we have our partners that are investing and so on. But anyway, capital is an important part. We do have also a bunch of large companies, our partners. They represent potentially our startup's first customers. But the third and most important reason why we think it's the best home for the most ambitious tech startups is the other startups that are in there. We have some amazing companies that are both there currently and that has been there previously. We couldn't be more proud of these people and the others, and yeah, really this is what we are, why we're getting up in the morning. So thank you, and please welcome next Martha.
From Impact Startup. So, we are an accelerator for, well, impact startups. What does that mean? What does impact mean to us? We talk about impact meaning a measurable, positive, and significant net effect on a prioritized problem for an underserved target group and or the planet, which we all know is pretty underserved at the moment, that arise with intention and lasts over a relevant period of time. Now, I had to write that up in order to get that right. But we work with those startups who are really dedicated and are set to ground to solve a particular social or environmental challenge. We work with early stage startups, just sort of past the idea stage, not into the scale-up phase yet, but that have high ambitions and are set to do awesome stuff. Our core offer is a 6 months shoulder-to-shoulder program where our business developers work really, really close with the companies, helping them grow 3 or 2 bottom lines. We give little grants, but the main focus is to really focus on how can you grow your impact. How can you manage your impact? How can you scale the impact? How can you change as many lives as possible? Our funders is Færre Sosiale Entreprenører and Willstar Social Impact. You want to come to us because you're really dedicated about solving a challenge. We're closed our admission now, but we have next round in the autumn, so follow us on impactstartup.no. If you're an investor curious about social impact investments, you might also want to follow us because we're setting up a really exciting investor lab where you can learn more about these type of impact-first investments. That's all I had to say, and I would like you to welcome on stage Isabel from UngtEntreprenørskap.
So, the world is in constant change. And this means that you, as an employer, will need employees who can solve the challenges of tomorrow. The schools cannot do this alone, and that is why we exist. As a bridge builder between schools and working life, we provide pupils and students the tools to create value for the future. And creativity is not only a way of thinking, it's also a way of being. Creativity, initiative and collaboration are all qualities that are developed through our programs. JA Oslo is a non-profit organization that are founded by both public and private companies. And in order for us to continue to develop your future employees, we are completely dependent on good volunteers. So, as a volunteer for JA, you get in touch with both pupils and students to develop your business, and you get tools and to show corporate social responsibility and input from students and pupils to develop your business. And you get to support JA's work as a bridge builder between schools and working life. So join us today to develop your future employees. And as I mentioned, we need volunteers, so you can get in touch with us at ue.no. Thank you, and welcome the next speaker at stage. It's Neda from Spaces.
Hi everyone, my name is Neda from Spaces. I have lots of great quality, but public speaking is not one of them. So bear with me. So Spaces started 10 years ago, founded in Amsterdam, based on the idea that we wanted the success breeds success. We wanted to have community for like-minded people that wanted to, use each other and learn from each other. For 4 years ago, IWG bought Spaces. They thought it was a great idea. We also think it's a good idea. They have an international network. So at the time, for 4 years ago, we had only 7 Spaces in Netherlands. Now we have 300 locations worldwide. This gives a unique possibility to our clients because they can access the international network, which wasn't possible for 4 years ago. Currently, we have 4 locations in Oslo, 2 in Bergen. We are opening our 5th one in Oslo, which is Tullinløkka, and it's a great location because we are going to use only reused material, bringing from other places. We have everything from membership, private offices, dungeon, roof terrace. Not sure what we are using the dungeon for, but it's cool, podcast room. So pop by to any of our locations and use the network. Spaces is all about people. We want to have people who can help other people do their job the best. So when you are coming to us, you don't need to worry about anything because we will take care of everything for you. Thank you very much. And please welcome Jørn from International Hub.
Thank you. Wow, this is a lot of people. Cool. So, international hubs, we have 2. We have them up here. We have Oslo and Bærum. They look like that. 2 words, international and angels. My name is Jørn. First, angel. These incubators are angel run. That is different than a lot of other structures. Angels means that we only have one interest, and that's to grow with you. Maybe also invest. Of course, we also offer co-working and all of those things. We have helped more than 700 startups. We have, as a group running it, invested in of around 150 startups. So that's a good number. Early stage, first angel position. We're also home to the umbrella association, Business Angels Norway. Now, international. That house on the left is International House. It's very close to Litteraturhuset. That's a little bit, everybody knows it, Litteraturhuset, but International House, that's where we are. Celebrated 5 years this month. And we are a community of around 2,000 internationals, some of which have a Norwegian passport too, right? Many internationals in the room. Every Friday afternoon we have mingles. There are business mingles, and you're all welcome. Business happens. Now, what do we believe in? We believe that the hockey stick moment of most startups happens when you get the first international client. That's why the combination of angels and international competence and brains is a good combo for startups. So you're very welcome to check out our community, to move in, of course, and hope to see you on any Friday afternoon at International House. Thank you very much, and I'm introducing Kevin from Energy Invented.
Thank you. Around the world, people have taken to the streets to express their anxiety about climate change. These protests, so filled with energy that they're almost electric, are an important tool for creating change in policies and businesses. However, the future of energy will be engineered, not summoned. Whether or not we succeed in transforming the way we produce energy will be a direct reflection of our ability to cooperate and innovate. The Solar Energy Cluster in Norway, thank you, and Energy Valley invites you to use your energy to voice your concerns and insights and offer your solutions. We might have a different network, which is an incredible, strong industrial network with more than 35,000 employees in our cluster. We can deliver the energy transition, and that's why we, in April 2019, opened the first energy tech incubator in Norway. It's located at Fornebu. Today we have about 17 companies in-house, and next year we will expand our facilities, being able to welcome up to 60 startups and scale-ups that want to change and deliver the energy transition. If you are interested in help us engineering the future of energy, please contact us. We have a small booth all the way down to your right, which says Energy Invented, and we will be happy to talk to you about our offerings of office space, connector programs, mentor programs, and other things that we can do to help you get into business. So, talking about energy, next man on stage is Audun Abelsnes from Techstars Energy Norway, and he needs an extra applause. Come on.
Great turnout. So my name is Audun, and I head up Techstars Energy here in Norway. For those of you who don't know Techstars, Techstars is probably the world's biggest and baddest innovation platform. We have 50 accelerators all over the world. We have ownership in 2,000 companies that raised close to $5 billion. We also have $500 million under management in our own venture fund. So we are very, very active investors. And I head up the specific Techstars Energy program. Interesting, pictures didn't show up, okay, that's fine. So what is this program all about? It's all about finding 10 really cool energy companies globally. Everything at Techstars is global by nature, so we recruit globally. We find 10 good companies who come to Oslo to sit inside Equinor offices for 3 months. We surround them with mentors and big corporates and try to build the gap between corporates and startups. So that's what we really believe in, building that gap. And in the end, there's a demo day, and maybe some of the companies will then do business with some of our partners, either Equinor, Kongsberg, or Gemini, or other of our corporate partners globally, because we have a really large global platform as well. Also worth mentioning that last year, one of our companies from the 2018 class received $5 million investment from Equinor and from Techstars. So this actually works on a deal for perspective as well. If you like this, if you have a good energy company, any good startup in this phase, please contact me afterwards or find us on the web here. Everything about the program, and probably also more than you ever want to know, is on this web page. Thank you very much. And okay, that's fine. Next one is Matilda from Arkwright.
Thank you, Adam. Hi, my name is Matilda. I am new colors. I am investment manager in Arkwright. We are a startup incubator and investor. We invest in 2 to 4 new startups each year. And we have a focus on B2B software companies. We invest in an early phase, pre-seed, seed. And we invite our investments to come and stay with us in our offices at Aker. Here we share offices with Arkwright Consulting, which is a top-tier management consultancy. And it's through this combination that we believe that we can truly offer our startups something unique. We sit together and focus, like I said, on 2 to 4 investments each year. This is quite few companies, but that allows us to give dedicated effort to all of our investments. So we have teamed up with some professional partners, among BOD, the legal firm, and PwC, that also helps our startups so that they can focus on their core objectives. And we also have an experienced advisory network that we connect with the startups, that being operational individuals that has been through a successful journey. And we also have a global network, both through our credit consultants, to their clients on a global scale, and also through our connections among VC firms and those aspects through Arkwright. And the one that you can see right there is a dedicated consultancy team that we put on each of our startup investments. So they have weekly or monthly workshops where they work on strategic angles and put on analysis power to really boost the startups and help them. We also do educational courses and knowledge sharing sessions, and of course we go in with capital. Yes, so next up is Dimitri from Founders Institute.
Thank you. So I'm Dimitris, and Founder Institute's a Silicon Valley startup accelerator that began about 10 years ago from Resi. And we introduced it here to Oslo, and we've had 2 cohorts so far through the program. The next cohort will be from February until May, mostly on Tuesday evenings. So you can see from this slide, the accelerator program is for startups that are pre-seed. They could be either at the idea stage where they're validating some different ideas, and some people even come in with a couple ideas and we help them validate early which one will they continue on through the program. Some people already have a minimum viable product and they're ready to move forward and start to get into some more serious things with the product development side. And some actually have paying customers for their service or product, and they're early company stage, but they're a bit stuck and they need some structure and some networking to get into the next stage. So you can see from this slide some of the folks who have completed the program from the 2 cohorts we've had so far. And you might recognize some of the people or their brand logos that they have up here. So these are from the 2 different cohorts, and some of the people met at the cohort and then merged later or during or so on with the structure of the program. It's great to go through and be able to have that dynamic as well. You might want to take a picture of this slide. You'll see in the upper left corner a couple of the resources that we have. We have the Startup Founder 101 group on meetup.com. And also on Facebook we have Founder Institute Norway as a page that you could be following for more information. And here you can see that we work with partners throughout the ecosystem, and we are global, of course. So we are here in Oslo. I helped introduce Founder Institute of Oslo, but we're also in Helsinki, we're also in Stockholm. If there's anybody in the audience wanting to help us introduce to Copenhagen, please do let me know. And we also have chapters on all the continents except Antarctica. So it's also a great way to network beyond the Nordics. And also right now, if you look at this slide again, one of our founders is in Silicon Valley right now taking advantage of the resources. Her name's Alicia, and she's got Generation Mobility there with the golden and black logo. And so this is a really great opportunity for people to get a part of this entire global network that we have. And also MAK, you can see here, M-A-K, this logo right here. Yaman, are you in the room? Yes. Yes, one of our partners. Because we have the MAK scholarship. So for a member of MAK community, Mangfold Ambisjon Kompetanse, we have a scholarship that we're giving away. So see us about that. It's only for MAK members. And with that, I would like to pass the floor over to Sondre from Mesh. Thank you so much.
Right, thank you. My name is Sondre, and I have been working at Mesh since we started back in 2012. Our focus is to build a strong culture for the companies and our members, and make it easy for them to interact with each other. So, for those who don't know Mesh, we started in Oslo, but today we're actually running 4 hubs in total, 2 in Copenhagen and 1 in Trondheim, and Mesh here in Oslo. So today we have more than 600 companies sitting across our hubs, and as you can see, there's a as you can see, there we go. Excuse the language. There's a very good mix between both startups, investors, corporates, and creatives in general. In addition to our members, all our hubs also have its own cafe, its own bar, and event spaces that we rent out and is open to the public. And this is also great resources for content and inspiration for members and others who want to connect closer to the startup ecosystem. Our biggest news, or my biggest news today, is this. Next slide. We're opening up a brand new hub here in Oslo in May. It's very close to Youngstorget, only 8 minutes from our current hub. We are building as fast as we can. It's going to be, yeah, it's going to rock. So I'm looking forward in May already. Also in 2021, we are expanding and looking at the Drammen. But more on that on a later stage. All right, reach out to me. All my contact info here. Send me an email, check out the webpage, all that. Next runner-up on the stage is probably the most crazy concept out there. It's Startup Extreme. Give it up for Eirik.
And even more crazy, I'm going to do this a cappella, since my colleague is having the flu at home. So we don't have a slide here. So I just want to simply ask you this before I tell you about how crazy this concept is. If everybody could put their hands out, just put your hands out like this, and clap on my count if you have been on Startup Extreme. 1, 2, 3. I think there is more actually. But let's do that one more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So Startup Extreme is, yes, it is the most crazy concept, the most crazy concept for any type of startup event actually in the world, not just in Norway. It is located in a small city on the west coast of Norway called Voss, and there we do collaborate with the world's largest extreme sport festival for you to mingle with other startups, other founders, investors, community players, and people that can contribute to your growth journey. And I just want to, if you are curious about this concept, please come talk to me afterwards. You have to apply to attend, not everybody get to go. The ticket prices are on early bird price right now. And also, just if you're a little bit curious, if you spotted one person that did do clap, that they haven't been there, please ask them about how the experience is. Because I can promise you, it is amazing. That is actually how my journey into the startup ecosystem actually started as well a couple of years ago. And now I would like to invite Javad from MEC up on stage here. Give him a big applause.
Norway had for many hundreds of years been known for a nation of average GDP growth and cheap labor. Around 50 years ago this was about to change, and there was two major effects which was going to hit Norway. One, we found oil in '69. Two, my dad packed his flip-flops in his bag and with a bunch of 3,000 immigrants left his country to move to Norway. After 5 decades of economic growth and prosperity, we are now in a turning point in this country's history. We need to look for the new oil, and the new oil is going to be fueled by innovation and startups. For us to develop the next generation of world-class startups in this country, we need to build a world-class startup ecosystem. And in order for us to do that, we can't just sit amongst ourselves and talk amongst the community in this country. We need to connect Norway to the world. And because we're a bit risk-averse, we don't want to move from this country, but if we can't bring Norwegians out, we need to bring the world to Norway. That's diversity in practice, and that's the core thesis of what we're working with. How can we showcase diversity in practice, and how can we build the most international and diverse arena for innovation entrepreneurship in Norway? That's MAX. The past 2 years we have worked hard to try to build and showcase diversity in practice. We have hosted 2 events now, more than 500 people. We've had more than 50 speakers from more than 25 nationalities from more than 5 continents. We bring the best young minds from all around the world, investors, entrepreneurs, and build the most international diverse arena of innovation entrepreneurship. Next year we're going to host another MAX 2020 in the spring. And we hope to bring all of you guys in this room, the community together, to join us in building new bridges together. Thank you. Next up,
Hi, my name is Camilla and I'm CEO of 657 Oslo. 657 Oslo is Norway's largest co-working space for creative entrepreneurs. And we have been awarded Best Co-working Space in Norway 2 years in a row. Yes, thank you. We offer offices and desks to more than 200 people. And we do work really hard to be a vibrant community and facilitate collaboration between our members. Not only our members, but also between our members and our corporate partners, our investor network, and our extended network. And also with our long experience within communications and branding, we are a great place for startups, like many of you, to grow. These are some of our fantastic, both creative tech startups at 657 Oslo, but also creative agencies at 657. We have, well, I'm sure many of the creative tech startups are familiar among you, but also we have creative companies that then do deliver services to those startups within design, both graphic and industrial design, branding and advertising. So if you want to join our community, be part of the list of these companies, or get access to our go-to-market expertise, please do contact me, contact my colleagues at our stand over there, or just visit us at the Fredensborg. Thank you.
Hi everyone, it's always so great to be almost last, but bear with us, we are 3 more now. My name is Thea Vik and I am the community manager in Oslo Science Park. And Oslo Science Park was established 30 years ago in order to contribute to the commercialization of research and to the growth of new businesses. Very strategically, Oslo Science Park was established in one of Norway's most knowledge-intense areas, namely by the University of Oslo, by SINTEF, by the university hospitals, and by many more. So, we are a commercial beating heart in this campus, and over the past years, we have established initiatives such as Startup Lab, Leap, and Share Lab, 3 incubators that are now counting more than 150 startup companies. We are creating a meeting area now, where you have the research and the knowledge-intense institution meet with the smaller and larger companies. And one key takeaway I'd like for you to take away today is that now we are doing this on an even bigger scale. This year marked the opening or the start of a new innovation, Norway's very, very first innovation district called Oslo Science Park, up and around the university campus with all of the key actors in that area. Very, very exciting. Okay, thank you. Introducing Video Valley, I'm so sorry.
Hello, my name is Sebastian. I'm here to introduce Video Valley for you guys. So, Video Valley is a quite new concept. We are a co-working space here in local Oslo, only targeting video technology companies. As you might not know, that Oslo is actually one of the biggest countries in the world on video technology. So every time you use a streaming service, anything, it's a small piece of Oslo in it. And our vision is to actually make that piece a bit bigger. So exactly. And this is because, I guess, personally from an old company called Thunderbag. I don't know if you remember that, but that's actually created a bunch of spin-offs into this. So, we have created this concept from Norwegian Media, which is an established company in this field in Oslo. So, as a member, you will of course get all the things you get in a nice office. You get all the furnitures, you get the table tennis, you get everything like that. But I think the most important thing is that you actually get the shared knowledge, working with people with exactly the same interest, the networks within the industry, and also mentoring from the founders of Norwegian Media, both on the technology side, but also the business side of this. We support startups like that do work spaces, events, networkings, and everything around that. And we also do pre-seed fundings for all these kind of companies. So thank you and welcome. If you have any kind of video technology ideas, please speak with us and we'll see you. Welcome up, Antler.
Hello, my name is Vegard. I'm a co-founder of Antler. So Antler is an early stage VC investor and the world's biggest company builder. We focus on solving 2 very big problems. One is that we think there's a huge amount of loss of human capital in the world, where basically people who are amazingly talented and super skilled are working on things that are below their full potential. So one is that we want to break out these fantastic people. The second thing we're seeing is that the best way to reach your full potential is to build a company to solve a really big problem. One of the most important things to get right when you build a company from the scratch is to get the initial team right, to get a really good co-founding team of people with a complementary skill set who are amazingly skilled, super driven, super ambitious. The way we solve this problem is that we bring in really ambitious, really talented people in large groups, around 100 people at a time, where we spend 6 months basically brainstorming ideas, teaming up with each other, founding co-founding teams, testing out business ideas, and if the team is right, the idea has a high potential, we will fund that company with an initial pre-seed investment. We will help them build a company, get to market, find the next level of investors, and be a partner for that company for life. We are present in 8 cities across 5 continents. So if you're looking to build a company either in Oslo, or in Stockholm, or in London, or in Amsterdam, or in Singapore, or Sydney, or Nairobi, or New York, then please join Antler. We've enabled people to build 130 companies so far. Around 50,000 people apply to join Antler every year, and we select the top 2% of people to join us in one of these cities and build a great company. So if you're looking to build a fantastic company, then please go to Antler.com. Thank you.
All right, well, that was actually it. I'm pretty impressed to see so many communities. Some of them new come to pitch, and I hope you learn a bit about the opportunities that are out there. Again, we're building this event not only for the co-working spaces and accelerators and incubators to present themselves to entrepreneurs and startups, but also to each other. We want to facilitate more knowledge sharing and networking. So, and also I think the setup of having them introduce each other, it's great. Why haven't we done that before? Next time I won't be needing to speak at all. So this is good. We're going to crowdsource every event from now on. So thank you to everyone for being really supportive of that. Now, I don't want to miss the opportunity to really embarrass my colleagues. So if you can please give a warm welcome to the Oslo Business Region team on stage. It's awesome to have you here. 2019 has been a pretty good year for the ecosystem. We're happy to be here and help and serve all of you. Let us know in the survey that will come out in a short while how this is and if it's valuable to you. If it's not, we'll change it. But I hope it has been good. Stay here for an hour, have some coffee and some muffin, bagel things, and enjoy each other's company. With that, thank you so much from us.